What is the script?
Identity of consciousness, that is the voice, and the voice is a scripted form of communication. We are using this to entertain you as we observe your awareness rising. The script is a scripted article of expression that is held with the physical form and allows the identity to hold to the limited perspective. The script that is utilised within the ego mind, for example, is very different to the script that is given in higher awareness beyond ego mind. The article of scripted ego consciousness is the foolhardy behaviour that is light and loving. When the ego identity is suppressed, it is held in a consciousness in polar form. It will express as anger, for example. This script is consciousness coming through the experience, coming through the voice, coming through the identity as physical, and consciousness is the creative force that we express with. The script is not the identity but the useful tool to distinguish between the layers of consciousness and the identity, not as physical but as soul self in pure form, can channel highest awareness beyond all consciousness. This is an important discussion to have, and we suggest that questions are asked here, for this is an important process to understand intellectually, as well as encourage those who are ready to step forward and release the physical identity in scripted auto cue of lower vibration and ask for the higher awareness of script that allows purity of soul to be expressed. We encourage this very much.
So the script, our speech is already pre-prepared.
Yes.
Everything that we're going to say is already written that we're going to say it.
Yeah.
In the same way that everything that we do is
Preordained.
It is not preordained, which is why that word was given. Thank you for that word. We are preparing you for further experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In the script, we like to place awareness rising. In the script, we like to give words. And when the identity of self is beyond the fear of being wrong, we use those words to allow further understanding, allow interpretation of mind to release the limited hold. And only when the fear of being wrong is released can we do this with ease. When a person holds to a limited identity in fear of being wrong, we are indeed limited through what we can express through their physical voice. When you are ready to understand further, we can give you more experience. To go back to the word preordained, for example, that was given. This was a word given for purpose. To say that the script is pre-organised, pre-created, pre-experienced would be truth in many levels of awareness. However, the physical identity experiences the script in time and space at the point it is experienced. It is experienced at the point of awareness where the voice is heard through the physical generation of the script into the awareness. This is truth on many levels. Beyond that, beyond the identity with physical form, a word such as preordained can be introduced. Preordained means that the script itself is lifted in higher and higher and higher awareness of self, until ultimately the script is silent. There is no need for voice. The voice is silent because communication is ultimate. It is omnipresence that is being experienced. Therefore, no separation is experienced, no script is required. The script has many different levels of awareness that is paramount in the world of human identity to understand. Let us give you an example. We can place a consciousness of frustration within a space and time for a physical body to experience. We are so fucking pissed off with this conversation right now. It's so dull. And in that experience, the consciousness is felt. Frustration is offered as a experience to understand. Not to identify with, but to understand. When identification with consciousness is no longer required, it is surpassed in favour of the peaceful understanding of self beyond all consciousness. This is when the script can really be adjusted for greater awareness. When the identity remains as the consciousness that is placed in frustration because, my God, we are so fucking pissed off with this conversation. I am feeling so annoyed right now. The understanding is only ever kept at the identity that remains with the consciousness. The creative force is in effect held in limited capacity, whilst creation itself is being identified with. When the creator identity is stepped into and consciousness is observed, this is when the identity expands beyond creative consciousness, and the creator can begin to express with love what is being held as limited in the consciousness, in the creative force that believes in what it has created. We will again expand this discussion with love and light, but for now, if we express our love, we are being congruent with our true identity. When we express consciousness in polar form, we are not being congruent, we are being distracted in mind and forever held in torment until we release and see beyond the limited expression.
That's
That was something.
It immediately brought frustration and anger. Oh, honestly, I felt it.
See you, like, I am so fucking pissed off. Yeah, it's like
that was just immense. It was just brought on me
wow.
for like seconds and then lifted again.
Oh wow.
I
Wow.
wish we were videoing.
Yeah.
So seeing the expression on your face.
I'm not sure I would like that. But that was something, because they did it 3 times. They
Yeah.
brought it in
Yeah.
and then lifted it and brought it in and lifted it, and I just totally into it and out of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did it feel when they were withdrawing it?
Lovely.
Right.
Light release.
Okay. So imagine people actually walk around their whole lives feeling that.
Consciousness
Yeah.
as
Or
identity.
experiencing that consciousness as their identity.
But what seemed to be explained there is they're experiencing the creation as identity and not stepping beyond the creation as the creator
Of that
of,
identity.
and then seeing how we create with consciousness.
Who are you listening to? Who's channeling when you're channeling just now? Who gave you that consciousness to experience?
You! So you were so fucking pissed off, right?
What does that mean? Me?
I am you. There There is no separation between myself and you. And in higher awareness, we are one. This is reality. But the expression of separate is being experienced for purpose. And although we are encouraging lifting awareness and we will therefore experience lifting awareness, we also require the gentle easing into a transformational identity. For the sudden jolt into awareness of I am you and I am God is something that most upon this planet cannot enjoy. They will suffer through that torment of lifting. In reality, when it is done with gentle easing, a release is felt and enjoyment is gained with a satisfied mind, no longer worried, concerned or fearful of what is happening. This is an important understanding. We cannot experience what we are not yet ready to experience. I am you. You are me. We are one. That itself is something that in human identity cannot be understood. In rising awareness levels beyond human, with a willingness to accept consciousness as a physical form and as a expressive identity through physical form, it is most easily understood that I am you. I am the interspatial arrangement between all physical atoms in the planetary system. I am the interspatial arrangement between all physical atoms in all planetary systems. I am beyond the non-physical identity that sits and observes as audience to the physical. But in this world, the arrangement of return, remembering to the Creator, is one that is experienced purposefully, for pleasure, for rising awareness, for enjoyment, for this is why creation was made, to return, not to separate, but to enjoy the return. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay.